Okay, so continuation of the assignment. Okay, now that we can get access to our browsing and our Google server, and then our Google server can and our NAT is working. We need now to confirm our access list. So our NAT is already working. We can get to our Google server. We are getting our NAT translation. But part of the scope of the assignment is to allow our DCP server to supply IP addresses to our end devices on all the VLANs on VLAN 11, VLAN 12, VLAN 13, and VLAN 14. Our DNS server to do the resolution and our email server. So we are going to apply an access list on the core router to do our filtering. So I open my core router. So I'll create a name access list. A name access list, IP access list extended, specifically a name extended access list. I will name it users underscore to servers. IP access extended users underscore name to servers. Let me just put a remark. Allow DHCP clients to servers. Yeah. Then I'll tell it to permit UDP protocol because DHCP is a UDP protocol that works on both port 67 for the client and 68 for the servers. So it has to be bidirectional. Permits any equal to 68 hosts 192.168.10.10. That is our digital server IP address equal to 67. Then I also she's two-way directional between our client and the server. That is DORA. UDP hosts 192.168.10.10 on port 67. Any equal to 68. UDP hosts this equal to port 67. Anybody equal to 68. That is for our DCP. Then I will allow our DNS permits UDP any hosts 192.168.10.20. That's our DNS server equal to port 53. And I also permit it DNS UDP. DNS is a UDP protocol, but because of the unusual behavior, normally allow it to be TCP. I've already explained that before. Hosts 192.168.10.20 equal to 53. That's for our DNS. Then we'll allow for email. I'll do the basic. Permits TCP any hosts 192.168.10.30 equal to 25. Then anybody host equal to 587. We've already explained email server. There are so many ports you need to open for the email server. 993 110 995. Then I want to allow for the lab purpose to ping for us to ping the servers. This is optional. Permits ICMP anybody to ping 192.168.10.0.0.0.0.255. Then I will deny other access to servers VLAN. I mean, deny any IP, any protocol, any 192.168.10.0.0.0.255. Then allow everything else to internet and some other thing they want to do. So permits IP any. And WR. I will now apply it to the interfaces. So config T, interface gigabytes 0/0.11. That's for IP access group. That is our group is users. Let me just copy it so that I won't make mistake. The users, this, copy this, that is a group. And to be in. Then 12 apply to these two and WR. Now let's test this if it's working. Remember, I've already given these details. I will now enable the service. I will have my char. So I've created my pool on my server. I have for my sales, IT, HR, they are the four gateway. It's just open interface gateway. and I'm telling it to start issuing from 50. So now let's test. We are getting a paper failure, so we have to check that. So it's working. Okay. What I did, I did not add my IP address to my interfaces, which I did. Can say IP I don't want to go over all this. We've already done this in the class. So you need to remember to, I forgot to add my IP my relay to pull the IP address from the server. So I quickly did that, and now it's getting the IP address from it. So we are getting the IP address supplied. This is getting the IP address on our DNS. Why is admin not getting IP address? Why? Let's check our VLANs. Our VLAN is on it. That's all. Let me check. Show strong. It's allowed on it. So should be working. Now it's getting it. Okay. It takes time for the Dora. Now it's working. So let's test our DNS. DNS lookup. DNS lookup. Yes. Okay. Now we need to add devices to our DNS servers. So I'll quickly add some devices on this. So I just test and just have maybe a DHCP server. And the IP address is 192.168.10.10. My email server is maroof.com. 192.168.10.30. Add it. And then, okay, I'll add more devices. It's also tests. NS lookup. DHCP server. Let me verify the name of this server. Okay, that shows all my DA server. So I can even ping my DCP server. This my DNS solution is working. So so I have to configure my email server to test it. Services, email, my domain is maroof.com. Sets Then I'll add the users. Let me say, okay, add it. Okay, let me just put bio and give a random number password Cisco patch hacking Cisco increase Cisco user Cisco modifiers Cisco. There you go. I give them random password. So let me just test also this users. I'll configure this user to email. Send this one as bio and bio at maroof.com. The incoming server will be maroof.com. The outgoing server will be maroof.com. The user will be bio. The password will be Cisco. Save. Into this. And then this one will be hacking at maroof.com. Incoming server will be maroof.com. Outgoing server will be maroof.com. There will be hacking. Password is Cisco. This two. I think I have this increase at maroof.com. Then put the IP address is 192.168.10.30, 192.168.10.30. User is increase. The password is Cisco. This user is user at maroof.com. 192.168.10.30. 192.168.10.30. Then user, then password Cisco. So now let me try to send an email. Let me send an email to increase at maroof.com. Rests. Hello, Idris engineer. Hello, engineer Idris. We are testing our servers. Thanks. Engineer user. Send success. So now let me go to Mr. Idris, receive it, and we are getting it. So this ends the part 2. So in the part 3, we are going to see how you can try it on your own too if you want me to send more. Okay, I will send the part 3 so that we can give access to our IT and the sales. And then after that, we can start to give some restriction to the users, so that maybe then we're going to configure our SSH on the part 3. But this is the part two. So part three, I'm going to configure, give access to the spine people to have access to our servers. And then we configure our SSH remote worker to have access to our core spine and then our core switches. Thank you.